124.8 kilometers. Another short stage for the riders after yesterday's longest stage of the week. And it is, though, a very demanding one. Lots of climbing through the day, and as you can see, plenty of mist out there. We're pretty much sitting in a cloud right now. Just over 500 meters of elevation above sea level is our start and finish point today. That's a nice little circuit race for you. Place to place yesterday, 190 kilometers, and this is very, very different that the riders will be facing. 2 classified climbs, but they've got to go over them twice. They're only going to pay points on a couple of occasions. It's going to be really, really tricky. First few kilometers, though, they'll play them in relatively gently. A couple of intermediate sprints along the way to be contested before we come to the climbing, which is really at the back end of today's stage, and it's a really mouth-watering prospect. So we race up and down through the valley roads, and those second category assaults are going to be particularly demanding. The Verberg and the Pilberg. They're short, just a bit over 3 kilometers, but they're quite steep. And the second time up them, they're quite close to the finish line as well. There's the profile telling the story. Well, it gets choppier and choppier as the day goes on. Over 2,500 meters of climbing and just 125 kilometers of racing. Day 3. Ghana goes raiding. Well, you got to keep your man motivated, haven't you? And Filippo Ganna will be grateful for any little diversion, any distraction. Oh, he's going to be caught before the top. Yep, that information from race radio, entirely accurate. What about this from Case Lemraiser on behalf of Roman Bade, sitting second in line. Maybe an opportunity for a little attack for the VF Bardiani squad. We saw Kovili doing a really solid job, didn't we, on the climb last time round. Maybe just fancies a bit of a run. Pellizzari and Tolio also handily placed and climbing well, and that's we see a couple of jerseys from the Bardiani squad in that move. There's this Lopèz just trying to make his way across. Lopèz handily placed, I can tell you. 13 seconds down. They're still out front. Their advantage is diminishing, but not by as much as you might expect. It's not exactly sinking like a stone, is it? Still a kilometre to go. Lopèz here with a big play for glory. And Lopèz goes. He's trying to ditch Pellizzari. And Pellizzari's working hard. The shoulders slump slightly. He's back in the saddle and trying to settle into some sort of rhythm, but Lopèz has gone for glory here. He's stretched out an advantage, and Juan Pedro Lopèz, starting the day within 13 seconds of the race lead, has within his grasp the stage victory, potentially too the overall race lead with it. Overall victory, perhaps, could be his in this year's edition of the Tour of the Alps. First, he's got to get that jersey, and there's a couple of hard days to come after this. A long, long way to go at the conclusion of today's activity, but a great opportunity here for Juan Pedro Lopèz to take what would be a really, really significant victory in his career. And Foss setting an unforgiving tempo and really making the rest suffer. Tobias Foss handily placed ahead of Taberi, Ivan Sosa, Ben O'Connor, I think, next up, and then Valentin Pare-Ponta. That's your lead group. Scan across the valley road. Pick out Pellizzari, and briefly in pursuit of your lone leader out front. And what an advantage he's got. Almost got the descending behind him at this point. And he'll tiptoe through these bends just to be sure, but coming into the closing stages. This is your little flick. Final 300 meters, it's all done now. Lopèz rides it to the line to gain time for GC, but the work's done. He's going to take the glory on stage 3 of Tour of the Alps. It's a stunning success. Glory for Juan Pedro Lopèz of the Little Trek squad as he takes the stage honours, and with it, a run to the lead of this race overall. He's going to collect green, and he's going to collect the plaudits and the congratulations of his team and all of the supporters. Massive moment for him in his life and his career, and switched objective to going for everything today. Got it all too. 22 seconds his advantage at the top of the day, and at the end of the day, Giulio Pellizzari can warm up in the bus, safe in the knowledge that he is there or thereabouts on GC as well, behind Juan Pedro Lopèz. There's the general classification situation. Just to confirm, it's a 31-second advantage now for your new race leader, Juanpe Lopèz. Perez ahead of erstwhile leader Tobias Foss. Ben O'Connor now up into third place at 45 seconds. Tiberi moves up to fourth. Bardet, Red Bulls, Paripont, Pellizzari and the rest. And the top 10 looking pretty good at the moment.